All right, hey everyone, and finally we are back with a market analysis. I'm James Preston.
And I'm Graham Tennant.
And this is Global Crypto. It's been a while, our apologies, but market hasn't been doing a heck of a lot. And big news is that Graham Tennant is about to become a father again. So we thought we better get a recording in before he becomes doubly busy. So Graham, congratulations on what is an anticipated day for you tomorrow.
Yeah, absolutely. So looking forward to it. And I thought we'd give our viewers some insight into what to expect hopefully over the next couple of days while I'll be incapacitated.
While you're in the hospital. Well, this episode is proudly sponsored by Crypto Vault. And I'm just going to run through a couple of things about Crypto Vault, who they are. So Crypto Vault actually run two e-commerce businesses, African Bullion and Crypto Vault, obviously both in the anti-fiat space. So they sell hardware wallets, both Trezor and Ledger. They are approved resellers of Trezor and Ledger. And their thoughts on crypto are similar to their thoughts on physical bullion, in the sense that not your private keys, not your crypto. Of course, the KuCoin hack recently highlights that, not your crypto if it's not your private keys. So they're based in Hillcrest, KwaZulu-Natal, which is where we are based. And they ship overnight to all major centers in South Africa. Crypto Vault is pleased to be the only hardware wallet reseller endorsed by Global Crypto. So they're also running a very cool special. If you order a Ledger, so specifically a Ledger, not a Trezor in this case, but if you order a Ledger on cryptovault.co.za in the month of October, one lucky person is going to get their order for free. That winner will be announced at the end of October on one of our market analyses. So get ordering. If you need a Ledger, go to cryptovault.co.za. Go ahead and make your order, and we will partner with Crypto Vault in finding a lucky purchaser to have their order refunded for them. And in essence, they get their order for free. So cryptovault.co.za. Now, Graham, it's been rather flat, which has been interesting because, of course, we've heard a lot of traders, specifically someone like Francis Hunt, the crypto sniper, say when volatility, and you, of course, are a very big fan of this theory, as volatility contracts, then we can expect a pop. We have gone very stable in the last few days. What does that bode for the Bitcoin price?
Yeah, so I think, as you said, I mean, volatility is a very important aspect to take into account when you are doing your trading. I think that there's a lot of benefit to obviously adding that into your analysis that you do in various markets, not just crypto. I don't think that we're going really low volatility yet to expect a big move, but we can dive into the shorter time frames in a little bit. But yeah, I mean, in general, as you said, the market has moved largely sideways. I mean, there have been a couple of moves more to the downside. The reason that I've been out of the markets the last couple of weeks to maybe even a month or two, it's been actually quite a long time, is I've just seen the upside momentum just running out. So it's a little bit like a surfer that has a look at the waves and says, well, look, there's no waves out there at the moment. I'm keen to stay on the dry land. That's kind of the position that I've wanted to take the last little while. And until those conditions change, I'm willing to sit in the sidelines. And I'm especially looking for the upside movement to start coming back, or the upside potential to be starting to build in the market, which I just don't see materializing anytime soon. So, because I am bullish on the macro time frames. So yeah, really waiting for that trend to look to reassert before looking to get back in the water, so to speak.
Well, take us through your screen. You have a nice chart up there. What is it indicating at the moment? I mean, you say that the upside momentum has slowed down. Yes. Does that mean you're bearish at the moment? Are we going to get pulled back into that symmetrical triangle and pulled back towards that upper trend line?
Yeah, so yeah, I mean, let's have a look at this chart. So this is a larger chart. This is a three-day chart. So each of these candles represents the price movement for a 3-day period. So we're looking back to the middle of 2017, and we've got the symmetrical triangle that we've highlighted a number of times. in these type of episodes, and we can see that we got a really nice impulsive break out of that structure around about July, and that was a period of time where I was very actively trading, not just Bitcoin, but Ethereum in particular as well. And then you can see that we've now rolled over, and we get this this rounding top almost of a pattern, and that is the sign that that momentum is running up, and you see the market start to roll over, and then we got that larger sell-off candle. So on this time frame, I think 10,000, you can see there that that's a significant level. I think it's probably a decent chance that we start to retest 10,000 again. Whether we dip further than that, remains to be seen. But on the whole, I think if you're an investor, then I think that there's a good chance that you're going to get a better price to start accumulating. But before we jump into that type of scenario, I just want to highlight that still again on this big picture, I'm still very, very bullish. And we've broken out of this big symmetrical triangle. That doesn't mean that it's going to moon tomorrow, but on the bigger time frame, this is chart over a couple years already. I'm still very, very bullish on the longer term based on what I see on this chart.
All right, so nothing has invalidated this symmetrical triangle yet?
No, certainly not. And look, it is allowed to drop back even into this triangle, hopefully for a quick retest, and then move back up to the upside. Only if we really drop back into this triangle and start to spend some time here and maybe set up some weaker type of structure, then I'll start to rethink that macro bullish scenario. But until that happens, we remain to the upside of this structure, to the upside of 10K, all the bullish signs are still intact for this macro view of being very bullish.
All right. Well, it really does. It does look like a current scenario whereby waiting seems to be a better option. Now you're on the one-day chart.
Yes.
Tell us what this is specifically telling you at the moment.
Sure. Okay. So I think this is key here to have a look at this little structure that we got here. And here we did get a very low volatility event. So we spoke about volatility at the start, and we can see how low that volatility got. And this was around July this year, and we got a really nice break to the upside again of a symmetrical triangle type of structure. So that's and that was the momentum that we needed to get out of that macro triangle on the bigger time frame that we just looked on the previous chart. So that was a really positive move, and again speaks to the bullishness that's baked into this market on those bigger time frames. So that was a really nice move. But as we know, nothing goes up in a straight line for very long. We've got this consolidation, and you can see this support level started to materialize around about the 11,300 mark, and we then got this head and shoulders type structure that developed. We got a big break to the downside. That's been the most notable event that we've had over the last couple of weeks, and that was a decent move, from your 11,300 all the way down to 10 effectively, and 10,000 was again your support level. And over the last couple of days, well, it's actually since the start of this month, that's a whole month, because this this candle here that I'm highlighting, this red one, is from the beginning of September. So this has been a whole month of really grinding up, largely sideways, and this is not bullish for me. So I think that you can see this blue line is the trend line that is supporting this price action, and my high probability assessment is that we get a downside break here, and then bring the 10,000 level back into play. And then I think that this will be a key level here where we got this original breakout. So often these price levels where you get a significant break, that will then act as significant support on the way down, and that's highlighted also by these volume by price indicator candles on the left hand side here, which shows you where historical volume has occurred. And you can see that the highest level here on this chart is around about the 9,300 level, which lines up with this breakout point, as well as our Fibonacci level. So there's a whole bunch of things pointing to this 9,200 level approximately that could act as potential support if we get a break to the downside. So that's where I see us going, more likely than not in the shorter term, from a shorter term viewpoint.
And the dreaded question, you say more likely than not, what percentage bias would you put yourself at?
Probably 65. I think is a pretty strong chance. This price action on this time frame doesn't look particularly strong to me. And another thing to add in, your other anti-fiat markets, gold is really your big one there. Gold has sold off fairly significantly, and that is often what do you call a leader in price action for the other anti-fiats, of which Bitcoin obviously and crypto also falls in that bracket. So if I look at the gold chart, and I think that's a leading indicator, some of the bearish price action that we've seen there, I think there's a pretty good chance that we see that kind of sentiment rolling over into Bitcoin and our other cryptos over the coming weeks.
All right, well, that's pretty conclusive for the short term, and I think more than enough reason to be very wary at this stage, and potentially, for some risky traders who may want to open a short, then we'll leave it up to them. This is not financial advice, of course. Graham, thank you so much. We're going to leave it there. We know you've got to run. Big day for you tomorrow. So thanks for taking the time with us today, and we wish you all the very best.
Excellent. Thanks a lot, James. And good luck to all the crypto traders out there.
And for those of you that are trading and want to move some of your holdings off exchange, remember this episode proudly sponsored by cryptovault.co.za, the only Trezor and Ledger approved reseller in South Africa that you can trust. All you need to do is go to cryptovault.co.za, and if you order a Ledger in the month of October, you could win that order for free. Just go to cryptovault.co.za. We will announce the winners. We'll have a list of all of those who purchased in October. We'll do a live draw at the end of October with Graham, and we'll be back within the next couple of weeks after Graham is back from paternity leave. Wishing you all the best, Graham.
Thanks so much, James.
All right, and we'll leave it there. Until next time, guys. Cheers.